Hello everybody and welcome to Gamer Couch. Let's go over the basics of constructing and building a base. We'll just make it really short and quick because it's not rocket science. More important, I would like to discuss the topic of the pillars. So first off, under the crafting section you'll find the construction tool. When you first start off you need to build this tool. Now if you equip the tool you'll get the chance to change the set on the top. You can click through or use the short keys. And the first thing to start is you need to build your subfief. This marks your complete territory on which you are able to build. And don't worry, you can move the subfief afterwards at any time. Now, as soon as you placed your subfief and you mark your territory, you want to start building. In order to build your base, you need granite, which you can find almost everywhere. Now, you always start with the structural component, which is the foundation. Now, let me go up here because I want to show you later on how the pillars work. Let's just start off with the foundation right here. And then a foundation next to it. And now that you have your foundation, you can switch to anything else. Now up here you see you can switch between walls, roofs, whatever. You can build a wall, you build a roof on top, and so forth. It's very simple going through this and building your base, so I don't think this needs more explanation. All I can say is your first base shouldn't be big. I don't really mean to spoil you, but the truth is you will have to abandon your first base just by progressing through the story. So make your first base small. Now how do pillars work? Now as you can see I can build a foundation over the ledge, but the next tile already says it's insufficient stability. So I can't progress further with the foundation. Now I see a lot of players that can't manage to make the pillars work. That's because the game doesn't really tell you how. So I see a workaround like this. What they do is they just build a foundation from the bottom up to the tile they need. Just like this, and then they go up like that, and voila, now you don't have the insufficient stability problem anymore. Now if we go on top again and have a look, you have the extra tile that you needed, but now we have the same problem again. The next tile will be insufficient stability. So what players do a lot is they build this very chunky and clunky foundation block. Now if you like the look, okay, but if you consider the resources, a foundation needs like 12 and a pillar only needs 8 granite. Plus, let's be honest, building with pillars is more efficient. I will show you why. And it looks cooler. So let's just wreck this whole thing up again. Now the reason why probably a lot of players can't make the pillars work is because of this. So let's say you were just guessing where to put the pillar in order to hit the tile on top. You would have to find a place around here maybe. And then you will already hit the first problem. And this is finding the exact height. Now as you can see, we're off the height. We just can't match it like this. So if you would go on top again, you can't just place your tile as you wish. So let's just wreck the whole thing, and this is how I recommend you to do it. Build down the foundation, so you get the foundation on the part where you need it. Hold on a second, and we need the foundation right here. So now I know this foundation is aligned with the tile up there that I need, right? So now I can easily place my bottom pillar and my middle piece. I need to go up here, middle piece, and then the top piece. Now you're probably wondering, what is this guy doing? Now you can't put a foundation on top, right? Well, that's because it doesn't either tell you that you don't need a foundation up there. Let's go on top real quick. I'll show you what I mean. So once again, if I would try to put down a foundation here, it wouldn't work. But I said also that now we're aligned with the exact tile. So what you want to do is you want to use the floor tile that can be found under the roof section. And watch this, now I'm able to put several floor tiles here wherever the stability is okay with the pillar. That actually means we can demolish this part too and put a floor tile as well here. Now look, not only did we save resources, but it looks way cooler honestly. than instead of having this huge chunk of wall brick. But you know, whatever suits you. I just wanted to show you how you can make the pillars work, because I figured a lot of players, or new players as well, will have troubles dealing with the pillars. So if you thought this was useful, I would appreciate a like and comment. Have a nice day in Dune and stay safe.